sandwich in a globe, brought it to the center of the earth, and from the moon, and back again.
Ah, I've got another one of Fogg's checks here. Hang on, you're not plugging more of your ridiculous stories, are you?
Huh? No.
Good. So check number 23. 23 days out. Where should they be now?
Well, according to my calculations, they should be in Zimbabwe. No, that's not so. Ah, I forgot the cow in Turkey. Subtract Egypt and Asia Minor. Calcutta.
What other information can you tell me?
Well, my almanac says it is 35 degrees and sunny. The Astronomical Gazette here says there will be a total eclipse of the sun at 4:30 in the afternoon. If horoscope reads, wearing red today will attract fortune as Mars forcibly enters Pluto's house. Remember that openness is a key to sincerity. Arising within Virgo, meaning you may find your man's servant indicted for flagrant disregard of local traditions.
Uncanny.
I can't believe I've been indicted for flagrant disregard of local traditions. There really should have been some warning.
That must be for rescuing me. I am so sorry for getting you into this mess when you bravely risked your neck carrying me to freedom.
Well,
You are so very brave and handsome too. But who will look after poor Gowda now? Where can she go?
Do you have family outside of India?
Yes, my uncle lives in Yokohama. Oh, poor Gowda.
Monsieur! Monsieur!
Yes, Passepartout. I was thinking the same thing. What on earth is our uncle doing in Yokohama?
No, monsieur. I was thinking, do we not pass through Yokohama?
By Jove, yes. How fortuitous. Ahem. It just so happens we are scheduled to pass through Yokohama on our journey. We will gladly accompany you to your uncle.
Oh, really? You are so clever to think that.
Oh, mon Dieu. Well, at least things are taking shape, monsieur.
Order! Order in the court! Now where's that damn French chappie?
Yes, things are taking shape. Unfortunately, it's the shape of a pear.
Now what's all this about?
Sir, this case is one of the worst that has come before us. Admiral.
I will decide if that was or not. Now hand me the charge sheet. Dear Lord! Bailiff! Retrieve my service revolver. I shall be needing it presently. The prisoner will stand up. Sir, you are charged with a series of crimes of a sinister nature, including sheep baiting, assault with intent to cause malicious umbrage, frolicking in a controlled area, and a series of charges relating to the banned practice of heckle-getting. How do you be? You are Vicky Armitage, Professor Shotsweather, are you not?
No.
Ah, are you Rupert Philbert Noggins?
No.
How about Ricardon Gomez Passepartout?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. It says here you are charged with entering a sacred institution. It does not specify whether it was a cow or a temple. But I'm going to issue the latter.
Yes.
Good. Now apparently you desecrated that temple, dishonored that gods, and cause widespread and considerable offence.
What? I am doing this? But how? Passepartout is an honorable servant. I merely wish to see the cultures of other countries.
Well, next time, take your bloody shoes off. I find you guilty as charged and fine you £10.
Fine, but I'd allow him to go free. This fuck guy can easily afford such a fine.
However, there is another charge. That of being a Frenchman.
God bless him.
I find you guilty and subject to 60 days imprisonment.
God bless the English and their galloping xenophobia.
I'm being charged with being a Frenchman? This is a crime?
It is in certain parts of the British Empire. The British want to ban rights as well.
Oh, your worship, please let him go. He saved my life and I was to be burnt alive. Please, show mercy.
Hello, you're a pretty little thing, aren't you, eh? What's that? Upset you, eh?
Please be merciful, my lord. You are such a powerful and noble judge. You must be able to find it in your heart to release him. They are to journey around the globe, and this will delay them terribly.
There. Have a hanky. Now, why don't you have dinner with me? What do you say?
My lord?
Come now. Don't be coy. Why don't you have dinner with me, and I'm sure we can arrive at something that fits us both. What do you say, eh?
Release us now, or I shall extinguish the sun from the sky.
I assume you are referring to the imminent total eclipse. I fail to see how that will happen.
3, 2, 1, now!
Well, there you go.
It's an oriental dustbin, I'm afraid, full of the scum of humanity. So, as I think I have demonstrated, my method of playing contract bridge is largely successful due to my system of dropping alternate suits.
Oh, Mr. Fogg, look! The sunset is so pretty. I feel like I'm flying. Let's go to the bows and look out at the ocean.
Certainly not. Very dangerous. You could slip, in which case the undertow would drag you into the ship, and after a painful death bumping along the hull, your corpse would be rinsed by the propellers.
Maybe some other time. It's such a lovely evening. What should we do?
Well, perhaps if not otherwise engaged, you would care to
Yes.
find 2 other people to do it with.
I beg your pardon.
Whist!
Oh, but Mr. Fogg, could we not take in the evening on deck? We could watch the sun go down.
To what purpose? It will merely rise again in 8 hours and 42 minutes.
Are all Englishmen such machines?
What?
Perhaps I shall find Passepartout and invite him to go curling with me.
I feel uneasy with the thought of you playing with my manservant in public. There are standards to maintain.
Good, impossible.
How bizarre! Ah, Passepartout. What have you been up to?
I've been confined to my cabin for 2 days with mal de mer.
You're sick of your mother?
Oh, monsieur, mal de mer is sickness of the sea. I've been working it out. About 80 days, we spent 65 on board steamers.
Ah, 66 actually. Not allowing for heavy weather, rolling seas, storms, swells, white squalls, black ice.
Stop, monsieur. This is no good for Passepartout. He will die.
Anyway, on a serious note, what's up with the princess?
Oh, monsieur, you know.
No, I don't. Otherwise, I would have said, hey, Passepartout, guess what's up with the princess? Because I would already know.
She needs the love and understanding of a good, kind man, monsieur. Much like yourself.
Yes, that's all very well. She is acting very peculiar.
Ah, that is women, monsieur. Beautiful, yet deadly. Attracting you, but with ever a sense of mystery.
Really? You strike me as being completely potty.
You have not had much experience with women, have you, monsieur?
Not that it's any of your business, but I have had experience with women. I lived with Auntie Frida for 7 years. Right up to the point she became Uncle Desmond. But take the princess. Take this evening, for instance. I merely voiced my concern for her safety by suggesting that watching the ocean from the bow of the ship to be potentially fatal, and she calls me impossible. I suggest a game of whist, and she proceeds to scurry off with remarkable haste in the opposite direction.
Yes. Now Passepartout understands.
Well, I'm overwhelmed with happiness for you. But seeing as you're clearly not going to share your findings with me, I shall retire to my cabin.
Good evening. How you doing? Oh, good evening, monsieur. Do I not recognize you, monsieur? Ah, yes, Suez. You advised me to hug a camel. This I tried. Didn't go so well. It kissed me.
No, you have to do that. The name's fixed.
I'm Passepartout. But what are you doing here, monsieur?
Tell me, can you keep a secret?
No.
Okay, what the hell? I'm actually a secret agent on the trail of a master criminal. He's fleeing across the globe and a bit to escape me. I'm going to get him.
Oh, this is so exciting. Do you know who it is?
I can't tell you that right now. But you gotta know.
Oh. Do I, get a badge?
It's, what?
Badge, you know, like a, deputy's badge.
No, you don't get no badge.
But I want a badge.
And if he sees your badge, he'll kill you.
No, not me. Not put it to Passepartout.
Yeah, that's right. He'll kill you. He'll probably cut your throat while you're on the job. And then he'll look at the badge and he'll see it's a deputy's badge and he'll know that there's somebody else on his trail. And he'll come looking. And he'll find me. And then he'll kill me. and dump my body over the side after yours. And then they'll kill some poor old lady who started killing me. And then they'll poor little dog Wuzzle, who's biting off his mistress's slave. And before you know it, there's a rain of bodies over the side, leaving just him alone, and hundreds of innocent people dead. And that, my little French friend, is why you don't get no badge. Peace? Okay. You still want a badge?
No badge. No badge.
All right. Well, now that we've resolved the badge issue, here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep your eyes open as to your master's doings.
Why? You think this monster will attack Mr. Fogg?
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm worried about your master. Only don't tell him nothing. We don't want to worry him on doing. But when we get to port, meet me at a nice tea-bar. Till then, not a word to no one. Especially not your master.
Ah, Hong Kong.
How are we doing for time, monsieur?
We are a little behind.
What's a little?
In layman's terms, 4 days, 17 hours, and 26 minutes.
Oh.
Right. Let's get this over with. I shall go to the consul's office to get our visa stamped, pick up some clean shirts and perhaps a blouse or two with the princess at the world-famous clothing market, and meet you back at the hotel this evening.
Mr. Fogg, this clothing market?
No.
No? What is this no?
Oh, here we go again.
Are you seriously suggesting that I take you for a stroll with some of the most exquisite and reasonably priced fashion markets in the world, dripping with quality silks, furs and jewellery, at prices that would allow you to dress up and impress and wear a different pair of shoes every day of the year? Ask my too!
Oh, my poor master. What is this?
I'm sorry about that, Governor. We just unloaded this shit that's just come in from Calcutta. We've got to unload all the baggage and move it over to the Carnatic. The south from Yokohama this very evening as is.
The Carnatic, she sails at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
No, she sails at 6:30 tonight.
No, she sails tomorrow morning.
No, she sails at 6:30 tonight.
No.
That's why we're moving all the baggage over there.
No, I have seen the tickets. She sails at 9.
Oh, does she? Well, ain't I a silly one? Now, here's me, rushing about, trying to get all this clobber moved over for 6, and for what? I'm sorry, lad, she's not actually sailing until... Now, hang on. Before I dismiss all the lads for the afternoon, are you like the captain of this boat?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not in.
Well, maybe, just maybe, you don't know everything about what this tub's going to do. Maybe, just maybe, she's sailing at 6 tonight because the storm is coming in, that'll shut the port down. As you were, lads, keep them coming. Now, is there anything else I can help you with? No. Well, now, I kindly suggest you bugger off before something like this happens. What? Oh!
The ship, she sails in 3 hours, my master! Monsieur, the ship, she sails early. She sails tonight and not tomorrow.
Oh, well, ain't that a do?
Yes, you see, they're moving all the luggage from here onto our next ship. And my master, he doesn't know if he's kept here, he'll be stuck here for weeks.
And that would never do.
What do we do, monsieur?
I got an idea.
Oh, thank heavens.
Here. You come and stand over here and look over there.
Okay. Now what?
Now I hit you over the head and put you in this crate. Bon voyage, my little French friend.
of shopping. It's taking longer than I anticipated.
So
How long does it take to buy a dress and a hat?
this friend of yours is a woman?
Yes, she's a fine princess. Beautiful and slim with warm brown eyes and...
You seem to like her a lot.
Yes, I suppose I do.
But I sense that this is a new feeling for you.
Eh? How do you mean, sir?
Any man who expresses surprise that after 2 hours a woman has not yet chosen which hat and dress she wants has spent little time in their company. You're also assuming that when she returns, she only will purchase those 2 items.
It's true that, yes.
And my son, you're the beginning of a strange and wonderful journey. Here things are as they suppose.
Would a monk know such things?
I was always a... I had a wife once.
Really? What happened?
She was taken from me.
Oh, I am terribly sorry.
No, when I said taken, I meant literally. She ran off with a fishmonger from Shanghai.
Well, I'm still sorry.
No matter. It opened me up to the world, allowed me to become a monk, and started me on the great journey.
What great journey?
The great journey we all face. The journey to find out who we really are.
I see. My journey, sir, is slightly different. I am on a circumnavigation of the globe rather than some spiritual quest.
All journeys are same. My master Luke used to say, life is like monkeys in a tree with greased branches, all going different places, but head up going in same directions.
What a bizarre analogy.
It was not his strong point. All life is ruled by a common destiny.
Not mine, sir. Mine is ruled by time. Punctuality is my religion. My pocket watch, the drummer that regulates my stroke.
Time is a servant to us, not a master.
No, sir, time is an absolute, a rock, a scientific certainty in which the civilized world is built.
Time is not as powerful as you believe.
How have you done this?
It is our experience that is an absolute, not time. For you, waiting for your friend, the 2 hours have stretched into 6 or 8. For your lady friend, only 10 minutes will have passed. I have merely changed things so that we're experiencing time at a different rate to everyone else. A little trick my master Lutsei taught me. He used to say, time is like a road with many people travelling on it. All cover the same ground but run a different speed. I asked him where these people were going, and he replied, their destination will turn out to be where they started, and the purpose of their journey to truly know their place for the first time. One of his better ones. Time for us to continue our different journeys. Farewell, my son, then. Good luck.
Good day to you, sir. Our ship is the Carnatic. It does not appear to be its scheduled berth.
Just a minute. Bear with me while I finish this entry.
Sir, we are in something of a hurry.
Yes, just a minute. It's all in the ledger, sir. At 6:30 last night, imminent storm with all passengers and cargo.
This is a matter of some urgency. We need to know where our ship is.
Well, sir, it's all in the ledger.
Very well.
Letter. How may I help you?
Where's the Carnatic?
Let me see. Yes. It departed ahead of schedule at 6:30 last night due to imminent
sir. It's all in the ledger.
Oh no, we've missed the boat. And where is Passepartout?
We have searched for him here. I can only assume they called the Carnatic to Yokohama. Either way, we need to get to Yokohama as soon as possible.
Is there a problem, sir?
And you are?
The name's Fix. I'm a fellow passenger on the Carnatic. Seems to have sailed a little early.
So it would seem. I was about to ask this chap when the next steamer to Yokohama was, but he seems to have gone.
I can tell you that myself. I travel this way often. The next steamer won't be for a week.
A week?
A week? Oh, Mr. Fogg, your quest is lost.
Nonsense, madam. There is always a way if a gentleman cares to put his mind to it. I shall yet get us safely to Yokohama, never fear. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to think. Good news! I have chartered a small sailing craft to carry us across the oceans to Japan.
My God, sir, you insane?
Insane? Not at all. Young Captain Pygmy tried to the Hindus, used to sail hundreds of miles in open canoes.
Capua? Never heard of it.
They're extinct. Disappeared at sea. I have read about them extensively, do not intend to repeat their mistakes.
Yeah, but can you sail a boat?
Not personally, no. But the vessel we have chartered, the Drunken Dutchman, comes supplied with its own sailing master, Captain Crazy O'Brien, and his first mate, Mad Bob.
Oh!
It's very economical as well. They say they would do the entire trip for a bucket of pomegranates and a kiss on the lips from the princess.
Are you serious?
Not at all! The vessel is called the Tangier. Its captain is one James Masters and it sails with the tide. So grab your bags and follow me. Allow me, my dear. Bring the others, would you, Mr. Fix? Here we are. 195 Sangamon buildings. It's good to see the Japanese are still untouched by Western civilization. Are you alright, Princess?
I feel afraid. I haven't seen my uncle since I was 5. Much has changed. Will he understand my plight? He was always such a traditionalist, so full of belief in our culture, our traditions, and the Indian way of life.
No, this naturally explains why he lives at 195 Sangamon buildings, Yokohama.
Oh, that. He left our village to make his living in mangoes.
Ah, I see. Well, shall we knock?
Oh, Mr. Fogg told me. Hello?
Hello. I'm Mr. Fogg. This is the Princess Gowda. You're looking for her uncle.
Oh, you mean that miserable fruit importer used to live here? Oh, he is gone. He has left me here.
And you are?
Francoise.
I was your uncle's maid. He brought me into Yokohama, then he abandoned me when the bottom fell out of his mangoes. I've been saving up to get back to France, but it is so hard.
Oh, Mr. Fogg, whatever shall I do?
I have decided. My dear, you should come back with me to England. There we shall decide what you shall do. Francoise, I shall engage you as a maid to the princess. We are returning to England. From there, with the money you will have earned, you may book yourself passage back to France. What do you say? Yes, well, we have to meet Mr. Fix in the bar by the steamer at 8 p.m. sharp. I do hope he's been able to locate Passepartout.
So, anyway, there I was, happening to be passing by Fatima's window last night, and there was her and Cousin Ranjit whispering and rustling together. He was imploring her to let him see it. Now, I'm not one to jump to conclusions, but it sounded a little bit more than just cousins to me, and quite frankly,
Let me just get this straight. You were just passing by.
Yeah.
You were just passing by Fatima's window?
Yeah.
Fatima's window, as in our Fatima, who lives 4 miles away from anybody at the tip of a swamp with a peninsula?
Yeah,
And make no mistake, imagine me being rescued by an English hero. His name is Mr. Frog, and he is very handsome and rich, but quiet also. We are in Hong Kong now. That is the picture on this card. Mr. Frog is traveling around the world for a bit with his friends. I think that I am feeling for him. He is very nice and better than Arana, as he is younger and nicer, and not dead. We make it to London. Love to all gather. P.S. Do not tell anyone where I am. They might still be angry I did not turn out to my funeral. P.P.S. Please feed my monkey Hanuman. I will send for him when I can. So do not let him bite you. G.
Well, I made her send to Monday, and he's taken her to London. She has fallen on her feet.
Our princess is so far away.
What a pity our princess has gone. What does fate have in store for her now? What a shame, will we see her again, and the rich, handsome man she has found. one but
us know that she is traveling to London, England, via Hong Kong, with one Mr. Bond.
Shut up! Too young,
Well, it looks as if we'll have to leave part of the tour to inspect. The steamer for San Francisco sails first thing in the morning. Mr. Fix has searched Yokohama Hind Low for him.
Oh yeah, searched everywhere.
Where did you look exactly?
Everywhere.
Oh, Mr. Fogg, poor Passepartout.
We cannot search for him any further. He knows our itinerary. If he can join us, he will. If not, he is beyond the hope of any man.
Yeah, just have to stay here and rot. I don't want him coming back here telling you guys stories about things that probably didn't happen anyway. So there it is, clear as day, black and white, never a truer word. Off to the bar.
How bizarre.
This is a nice place.
Yes, it was mentioned in my friendly Spurred guidebook for its fabulous entertainment, exotic cocktails, and stunning transsexuals. I'm afraid we may have stumbled onto...
the refreshments.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fix. But we may have to leave. This is a bar of ill repute.
Nonsense, it's a perfectly respectable establishment. Why, the young lady who served me was delightful, even if she did have unusually large hands.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, madame and madame, presenting the wonderful and simply delicious Passepartout!
That's not a ladder, that's a stairway to heaven.
Outside now!
Dear Diary, day 63. The doctor tomorrow
arrived precisely on schedule. Fortunately, the steamer journey has passed uneventfully. As we approach San Francisco, we are on the homeward leg. This journey has been one of discovery for us all. Mr. Biggs, who accompanies us, has discovered bridge and has become quite an efficient player. I have discovered the women are strange unusual creatures who are quite outside my experience. On Passepartout and Francois have been seeing a lot of each other. Passepartout is at a loss as to how he ended up on board the steamer for Yokohama. He remembers standing on the quayside talking to a baggage handler about being careful of flying luggage, then nothing more. Another example of the dangers of travelling. And the Princess and I are taken to promenade on the decks of an evening. She is singularly pleasant company. We may port tomorrow, which is probably just as well. It is in our hands to travel light, in only the boat to stand in. We buy shirts to need and the start of the month's warm. However, 22 days on a hot cramped steamer has led us to abandon the island in favour of a toffee night. Meanwhile, I have discovered a range of snack food called tortillas. These salty foods are quite delicious. Right again in a couple of days. Regards, Billy. Good day, sir. Could you direct us to the railway station?
Now, you mean the railroad stop?
Yes, yes. And please hurry. Our connection to New York leaves this evening in a little under 1¾ of an hour.
Mister, there ain't no trains going to New York. They've all been delayed due to snow on the line.
Snow on the line? How much snow?
I reckon about 4 million tons. There was an avalanche in Colorado.
Ah, well, there you go. Is there any other way of crossing America?
Not until now, sir, but as it happens, I'm an inventor. I'm working on a modern transportation that will revolutionize this country. It's like a carriage, but sir, there ain't no horses.
Well, what is the use of that?
Sir, in my invention, you do not need horses. I use an intricate piece of machinery known as the internal combustion engine, which moves its own accord controlled by the handyman. You do not need to stop or rest or anything. Just fill the integral capacitator with premium or unleaded gasoline, and why, sir, you can make it from here to the eastern continental United States in less than a month.
I will give you $500 if you will get us to New York in a week.
Yeah, sorry, my orders must be deceiving me, because I could have sworn you said New York in a week. Now, sadly, sir, that's just impossible due to the unrelenting nature of the terrain en route.
I believe the expression is en route.
It's not quite sunny, your pronunciation is a little off. Although you do speak English real pretty for a foreigner. Now, I know American entrepreneur, something you French guys don't even seem to have a word. I have to say to build my dream of future transportation, I call it the semi-automated, internally combustated, horseless mobilizator, the Model S.
So, what does this automobile thing do?
Do? It only transports people and goods across terrain at speeds of up to and including 24 miles per hour. But don't worry, ladies, it won't mess up your hair none for as long as this gasoline supply stands unimpeached.
What do you intend to do with this Model S semi-automated, internally combustated horseless mobilizator, sir?
Sir, you do have a memory for the details. I like that in advance, sir, I really do. I intend to build factories and sell these little beauties all across this fine country of ours, thereby transforming and revitalizing our economy. I'm going to name them after myself, too. Well, I guarantee in 30 years there won't be a household in these United States that doesn't own at least one Henry.
Mr. Biggs, you speak American. Could you?
Yeah, I reckon I could. Sooner I get you back to London, the better.
Well, sir, I command such good standing, yes I do. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make your day, sir, yes I am. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, good for exactly 30 seconds from now. I like your face, and I want to help you to realize your dreams. So what I'm going to do is to actually accept your kind offer to ferry a party across the United States in your semi-automated, internally combusted horseless mobilizator, in return for which Mr. Fogg here is going to invest no less than $2,000 United States dollars in your venture, allowing you to build your factory and fulfill your dream. I should warn you. You should accept this offer pretty quick, as there are other parties interested. Matter of fact, this gentleman coming down the road right now is one such an individual. Sent him a telegram just a few moments ago saying he had the papers ready to sign and everything. So I should act pretty quick if I were you. Damn, sir, you do drive a hard bargain. But don't worry, sir. I'll be ready to go this evening. I'll have the Model S ready in time for tea.
Excellent. We shall see you there.
The only trouble is, how do I get to New York by road? Hey there, fellas. It's good to meet you. How do you do? There's something I need to ask.
We overheard your story, sir. You need a solution fast. Mr. Ford, there's a long and winding that you'll sometimes have trouble finding. So we advise that the car you're driving's built to last. Oh, say, can you see our map by this light? It shows the road from San Francisco to New York. Oh, Mr. Ford, what a journey that lies before you. Just think of all the places you see on the news. You spend a day just to get out of California. Then there are dangers we got to warn ya. Drive across the desert, we're taking our gas. Cause if you don't, then the vultures will wait till you pass. And Colorado is not the way that we recommend, cause there's been an avalanche. There's a crossroads 100 miles south of Cheyenne, but turning right takes you home where you start all over again. So go straight on through Des Moines, then through Indianapolis, and you'll end up in Minneapolis. Just 2 days and then you land in Pittsburgh, PA. No, you can't look back, you're right on track. Yes, sir, you're on your way. Internally compensated, also mobilizator to New York. Weather permitting, then you should arrive there on cue. It's time to go, don't you know the Big Apple's waiting for you. Mr. Ford, please remember the words if I rhyme, write it down. Just for you, but you have the time if you expect to give me 8 hours to drive 3,000 miles and it's all in a week. It's crazy. We wish you all the luck you can find. You're gonna need it or you're out of your mind. And if there's one thing we'd like to say on this final chord, so from your garage it's bon voyage, it's good luck, Mr. Ford.
New York. We've missed the boat again. So much of this itinerary, plots, timetables, systems, it's all just fabrication. The world just doesn't work that way.
Monsieur.
Passepartout, if and when we ever get home, you and I are going to go through my house room by room and destroy every clock with lump hammers.
Well, Mr. Ford did try to get us here on time. He said that the next model of his vehicle would feature a few of your suggestions, like gears and brakes.
Yes, the Anchor method was a little haphazard.
Anyhow, this ain't getting us nowhere.
No, monsieur, this isn't getting us anywhere.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree. So what's the plan, Mr. Fogg?
No boats are going to Liverpool for a week. We need a boat to go today. As no boats are going to Liverpool, all boats are equal. Therefore, I need you to find a fast ship with a drunken captain and an easily drivable crew.
Oh, I shall come with you.
Oh.
So close to England after all, ocean away. Will I like it there?
I suppose so. I dare say you will need to find Prince who will show you the sight.
But could you not show me?
I would be honoured. But alas, I will reach England a broken man. I suspect this venture will have cost me my fortune as well as my reputation. I will no longer be welcome in the Reform Club, where I have spent every day for the last 20 years.
Every day?
Apart from the last 71, yes. I begin to see. There is more in this world than I hitherto realised.
I don't care if you recall. I was a princess, you know, but I would be willing to accept a humbler position if it meant my heart was in better hands.
I confess, I can be a little pompous at times.
Nonsense.
I...
You are completely pompous all the time.
We found one! Great! Bloody marvellous! Right. Show us the disposables then. Oh!
Well, sir, I've done just like you ordered. The captain and his officers are locked securely in their cabin, with the doorways boarded up, the gangway blocks up the barrels, and 2 trusty lads on guard duty.
Excellent. Set a course for Liverpool.
Alright, so I just need to get the course ending from the navigator.
And where is he?
Locked securely in his cabin, with the doorways boarded up, the gangway blocks up the barrels, and 2 trusty lads on guard duty, sir.
Well, there you go. Well, fetch me his charts. I shall set a course via the Isle of Wight. Full steam ahead. After all, how hard can it be? Iceberg of the Fear not, gentlemen. I've worked out what the problem is.
What is that, monsieur?
The problem is, I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Captain, we're running low on coal.
We need something to burn. But where will we find fuel alone in the middle of the ocean in a wooden boat? We need to speak to the captain!
But he's locked securely in his cabin, with the doorway boarded up.
I know, with the gangway blocked up with barrels and 2 trusty lads on guard duty. Nevertheless, we need him up here. Make it so, number 1.
Aye, aye, sir.
Well, it looks as if I will have to use all my remaining funds in order to bring the captain to our side, and to make it to Liverpool on time.
But if we don't make it, we'll be ruined, absolutely.
I know.
Mr. Fogg, I presume!
Captain, I will be blunt. We need to get to England within the next 5 days. There is a wager in progress to the sum of some £20,000, resting on whether or not it is possible to circumnavigate the globe in 80 days. I have a small sum of money left, with which I intend to purchase your boat. As we are low on coal, and in order to get there on time, we shall have to burn parts of the superstructure.
How much money do you have?
A little over £2,000.
Then I'm afraid, sir, I must decline your offer for 2 reasons. The first is that this boat is worth some £6,000, and the second is that I'm not your owner. And therefore, I need written permission from the director of our shipping company if I were to sell. How?
Then all is lost.
Not quite. I have recently had some of the aft decking replaced at a cost of some £1,200.
Sir, are you serious?
I'm saying if they can do it for that price once, they can do it again. Put the money in my safe and I shall instruct the lads to break out the crowbars.
But will you not get into trouble for not sailing to your original port?
That's the problem with the sea, madam. So many storms. Take this one, for example. A real tempest. We'd best make for the nearest port, which I believe to be Liverpool.
My thanks to you, sir. There's a stranger coming out of the west.
We meet on the level.
We pass on the square.
My regards to you and your large brothers. Come on!
The 80th day. Here we are in England at last. We still have some time to spare. To the station.
Yeah, England at last. Pretty soon you're going to have more spare time than you know what to do with.
Pardon?
Mr. Phileas Fogg, I arrest you in the name of the law on the charge of theft from the Bank of England on the 24th of October last year.
Have you taken even your senses?
This is a joke, yes?
Lady, I wish it was. After all our travels together and shared hardships, this is kind of hard for me to do. But you, sir, have never lost sight of your duty or your goal. And it has been my duty to bring you to justice.
You have the wrong man, Fix. If you make this mistake, it will cost me dearly. You know that.
Monsieur, let me fight for you.
No one fights him who battles for him, Pastor too. Very well, Mrs. Biggs. Lead on, if you will. And when it is proven you have your wrong man, I will have satisfaction from you.
One day, they say, it can change the world forever. The time flies by. Don't you see it's now or never? The last 80 days have opened up my eyes. I pray today, time and tide will wait for. Please won't someone find me just one day? When you met me, I was stifled by tradition, but you believed within me without condition. For so many miles I traveled far and wide, and you were by my side. But how can one quite so beautiful as you love a man and give him just one day? What will be said in London when they learn? How can I now return? Why me? Why now? I'm so close and yet so far. Please won't someone find me one more day? I need just one day.
Well, it looks like old fog has not.
Good evening, gentlemen. Not late, I trust.
Good grief, he's done it.
But of course, did you think I would not? An interesting trip, gentlemen. You're able to examine my journals. You may find them amusing.
How cool is my master? An interesting trip. You mean it is only up for me to use in my book? Huzzah!
Let's see what you have done today, Sele. Here we are.
yesterday afternoon, put in cells under suspicion of bank robbery. Miss Lastranum, released after police learned that felon arrested 3 days ago. Punch detective in it several times. Put back in cells till morning for aggravated assault. Got Tranum, oil is lost. But hang on. This is the 81st day according to your journal. This cannot be.
You see, gentlemen, this morning I believe the waiter lost myself a ruined man.
But sir, today is the 80th day. Did you miscount?
It is the 80th day for you, gentlemen, not for me. Travelling east towards the sunrise, we gain a little as we travel through the different time zones. Put simply, gentlemen, on my travels through the time zones, we saw 81 sunrises to your 80, which has allowed me to win this wager.
This is extraordinary, Fogg. This will make a fascinating book, I assure you. Smile. Give him his money.
There you go, Fogg. What have you left of Burns' expenses?
5 shillings and 6pence, which I give to you now. And these are your receipts.
So you're back, Fogg, but you're no richer. I'm afraid you gained nothing from your travels. Indeed, you have lost. In your absence, your house is burnt down. Apparently, somebody left the gas on.
I have gained nothing, you say.
Good Lord! It's a woman! And she's in the club!
What?
No, I mean in the reform club.
You see, Smythe, someone told me that my journey did have a purpose, and that purpose was to return to the place where I had started and truly know it for the first time. And looking about me, I do see it for the first time. This was not a life. This was a dark place in which to hide. Prison for the spirit. And the house was no better. All those clocks measuring the waste of a life. So you see, Smiley, I think perhaps I've gained something after all.
Excuse me, sirs, but there are a large mob of Indian gentlemen at the door demanding the return of a princess they believe to be in your possession, sir.
What do we do, monsieur? The house is burnt and we are being chased by hooligans bent on torching the princess. Monsieur?
If we leave by the back door, we can catch the 7 o'clock boat train to Dover. Let's see how far these gentlemen are willing to go. What do you say, Passepartout?
I've always wanted to see the African continent, monsieur. Françoise?
Oh, me too, Pascal.
My dear?
Anywhere with you, my dearest Phileas.
Well, that's settled then. See you later, chaps.
Excuse me, sir, but what shall I tell the enraged mob at the door?
Tell them they have just let me discuss, and that we have left on the adventure of a lifetime.